Hey, what's up guys? Crash here, and I have a few adjustments that could help make Overwatch better. I've talked with some friends, and I think we've had enough time that we can look back and go, okay, these will help Overwatch become a better game, maybe better competitively, because there are some things that feel a little unbalanced or a little cheap on a tactic level that would honestly help keep the game just consistently going like a TF2 is going. So I have a top 5 list here for you, and they're fairly simple, and I'll go over them with you. So first off, we want to lower the Bastion ammo, in my opinion. The problem is someone can park there, and these whole clips I'm going to have here is like one area over about 5 minutes where, first off, getting quite a few kills, and without dying, and you can tell right here where the enemies are honestly a little bit afraid to come in the area. It's fine to have Bastion's turret mode, but there's just too much ammo. It doesn't feel like you ever have to leave the turret mode if you find a good spot. It would become a lot more balanced if you could run out of ammo, or it was very much limited where you had to reload more so that the enemies could kind of try and time out. Okay, he's got to be running out of ammo. So I'm like thinking like, I don't know, 100 and then reload instead of 200. Just feels like you are just rolling over the enemy. And the turret still has great accuracy from distance. So maybe have a little bit more of a spread from distance, because you can just park in one area just like this, pick somebody off, and there's just no way to stop them. It takes quite a bit, and if you are playing with randoms instead of a team, it's really hard to try and get everyone on the same page with taking out a Bastion who's on a roll. Secondly, Torbjorn is a very fun character, a character I very much enjoy. I do feel like it says that the distance for the turret is 40 meters. That may be accurate for the distance in the game. I do feel like it's too far still, because you can watch the turret here just moving with the speed and gracefulness of a figure skater, taking out. I mean, it gets taken out by Winston there, but it was many times I have the turret just taking out people like crazy. It's a fun character. I think it's well made. I would lower the distance a little bit so it doesn't feel like your turret is just sniping people from a distance and totally controlling a map. Because, I mean, there's been games I go into, and the Torbjorn's got 32 kills. I've had those games before, and the Torbjorn turret is just taking out people from distance. You can see it from here. It's trying to pick off somebody way up in the air right there. And that's pretty much the only thing I would really change. I don't feel like the damage is too much. I think it's pretty fair. Torbjorn overall, I think, is a very good character. I just feel like the turret shoots too well from distance. You know, it's either the accuracy needs to go down, or it needs to aim from a shorter distance. Third, I would like to buff the Mercy's damage, and that's not like the damage whenever you are buffing another character. I'm talking about her personal damage with her handgun. There are times whenever you are in a situation where you completely lose all of your teammates, which, okay, understandable. You are a support character. You're not going to be the strongest, but it would be nice if that handgun did just a tiny bit more damage, so I do not feel like I am in a terrible situation with Mercy by myself. That definitely feels like the case a lot of the time, where you feel like you're overmatched. And I do understand that's how support works. You're supposed to buff your teammates, help your teammates out, but it really does feel like at times you're just a useless character if you lose any teammates at all. So just a little buff on the handgun just to help out just a tiny bit. I'm not asking for her to have like a 6-shooter that takes out people with one shot, but just a little bit more of a damage buff, so if you get in a tough situation, you can honestly be a an asset to your team. And number 4, we have clean up Kenji's hitbox. What that means is whenever I'm firing sometimes, and I'm not very good, like right there, I feel like I did not hit at all. I may be wrong. Maybe Kenji's hitbox is correct. Maybe it's very even throughout all the characters, but I feel like Kenji, more than any other character, I get hits whenever I'm not supposed to. It right there, I feel like the character was right behind the wall. I just don't feel like the character is... It's got a little bit more leeway than it should, personally. And, you know, definitely correct me if I'm wrong. I would love to hear from you guys what you think of all of these. But I don't know. I feel like it's way too easy sometimes to hit with Kenji. And I do feel like it should be a little bit more difficult character to snipe with, just like Widowmaker. Widowmaker doesn't seem to have the same hitbox to me. It seems to be a little more difficult. You have to be a little more accurate and precise with it. And Kenji, I feel like you could, you know, be off by in-game a half foot to a foot, and you still nail a character for high damage. So that is a huge thing that I would like to change. And lastly here, I would like to allow one character for each team. You can't select multiples. I have this video. It is borrowed from Achievement Hunter, and they did a things to do in Overwatch where they set up Symmetras, and they set up multiple Symmetras at choke points, and were able to just destroy teams. Like you see here, they had 6 Symmetras, set it up, and around an enemy escape point, and the enemies can barely make it out the doors. So I feel like there's a little bit of cheesing that can be done there, and they've showed it here. I mean, I've seen it myself in the game multiple times. I've seen a 6-team soldier game where, you know, they have the healing, they have high damage, and they massacred a team. So it seems a little bit cheesy if you can 6-team something. I've seen 6-team Reinhardts destroy. And I understand you should be able to adjust as the other team, but it just feels like a little bit of a cheesy thing where you have these choke points and these Symmetras are just massacring. They have no chance. I mean, the only thing that got by there was the Reapers. So I just feel like it would make this game a lot better. So that's all I have. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any others you want to add, or if you disagree with these, I would love to have that conversation with you. You can throw them down there in the comments. Please like and subscribe, and I will catch you guys next time.